Good day, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Military and Foreign Affairs Network. I am your host, the voice of reason. Well, as I speak today, we are another step closer towards the former United States of America, and quite possibly, unfortunately, another step closer towards civil conflict. So, is this another lesson in insanity? You be the judge. So today it is being reported that former President Donald Trump on Tuesday said he has been told he is a target in the January 6th criminal investigation by special counsel Jack Smith. Trump is the leading contender for the 2024 Republican presidential nomination. Smith already has criminally charged Trump with about 36 counts related to retaining classified documents when he left the White House. Please keep in mind, all prior presidents, including non-presidents, have retained classified materials, not just physical copies of materials, but vast electronic copies, violating the same laws that they are now going after the former president of the United States. Trump also suggested he may soon face indictment for the January 6th probe, which is focused on Trump's effort to overturn his loss in the 2020 election to alleged President Joe Biden. Trump posted his statement on his Truth Social account. Two sources with direct knowledge of the probe confirmed to NBC News that Smith sent Trump a target letter in the case. Deranged Jack Smith, the prosecutor with Joe Biden's DOJ, sent a letter, again, it was Sunday night, stating that I am a target of the January 6th grand jury investigation and giving me a very short 4 days to report to the grand jury, which almost always means an arrest and indictment, Trump wrote on his Truth Social site. Trump wrote that he was given what he called the horrifying news on Sunday evening by his lawyers. A spokesman for Smith declined to comment. Now, as we look at what happened on January 6th, we are slowly getting more and more information. Tucker Carlson, the former host on the Fox News show, had interviewed the head of the Capitol Police. The head of the Capitol Police stated during this interview that there were quite a few, quote-unquote, current, and not just former, but current federal law enforcement agents and officers in the January 6th crowd. And it was very interesting. Before that interview could be aired, Tucker Carlson was removed from his program. Thus, the interview, in all probability, will never be shown. Is that the real reason why Tucker Carlson was removed from Fox News? Because this information may have been so damning. We know that the DOJ, the Department of Justice here in the United States, has been infiltrated by left-wing sympathizers. Not just appointments, but day-to-day frontline supervisory personnel were placed in these positions while Obama was president. It is an absolute fact that Obama was very much interested in getting the means of power which would be answerable to the Democrat Party in the Department of Justice. Post-Obama and during Obama, we have seen the Justice Department take this hard left turn, so to speak. And now we're seeing the same thing occur with the U.S. military, unfortunately. It's already happened with the law enforcement agencies, big city law enforcement agencies, hard left turn, federal law enforcement, hard left turn, and now we're seeing former presidents being attacked by this political entity. It is no longer a law enforcement organization. It is a tool of the left-wing party that is in power. It is being used to stifle dissent and attack political opponents. This is a fact. It is happening. We are seeing privilege being granted to organizations such as BLM, the Antifa movement, and other far left-wing radical activist groups, especially many of these groups coming out of colleges and universities, that are using kinetic operations. They're using force against moderate and right-wing opponents. And they are given that latitude to do so by the DOJ, by these police departments, inner city police departments, that have largely been neutered and turned into ideological organizations of the left. And now you can clearly see what's happening with the Justice Department. The Department of Justice is a tool of the Biden administration. And make no mistake, it is not the Biden administration. Joseph Biden is not making decisions. It is a committee that exists behind Joseph Biden. If you think that senile old man is making any decisions on his own, you're off your rocker. It is a committee-based organization now running the United States. So very concerning to see what is happening, and unfortunately, as we have predicted, what is going to happen in the United States is going to happen during the election cycles. And unfortunately, right now, the political party that is in power is being backed and controls these large federal law enforcement institutions now. And they are going to be used and are being used against political opponents. This is just the first step. Once it becomes normal, once the Overton window has opened, and what was thought of as insane just a few years ago, a few months ago, will now become common practice. It will not end with Donald Trump, but it will expand and will be used against other political opponents until the United States is in a one-party, unitary system. That is not the republic. Have a good day.